Hi there, my name is Anna and today's class is going to be focused on mobilizing the thoracic spine. So when you think of the thoracic spine, it's going to be kind of this middle upper part of your back that for a lot of people tends to get pretty stiff and restricted. So if you have your blocks, go ahead and grab them and any other props that you like, and we'll come down and get started. So we're going to start on your back. You can grab a hold of your block if you have it there. If not a big deal. You can come right down onto the floor. I'm going to take the block on its lowest, kind of flattest setting here, and I'm going to place my shoulder blades right onto the block. And you can interlace your hands behind your head. And we'll just start to move in any way that feels good for you. So if you want to maybe lean back a little bit, you can lift up and lower back. You could move a little bit side to side. You just want to make sure that block is not too low there. It should not feel like you are digging into your spine, but just that you are resting your shoulder blades on the support of the block. If you want to get a little more into a chest opener, you're welcome to bring your elbows out to the sides a bit. And just start to feel your breath moving in and out through your nose. We're going to stay on the block here. Your feet are firmly planted on the floor. And then just go ahead and lift your hips up into a bridge. And you're just feeling the tailbone lengthening toward the knees. And just feel the waistline begin to hug in. Let's take 2 more breaths there. And nice and slowly begin to lower down. We'll roll up off of the block and come down onto your back again and take the block in between your thighs. So you could do it this thinnest way, or I'm going to go kind of that medium width. And we're going to set up for bridge again. So feet are on the floor. Let's have your hands on your thighs. Start to lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, and then using your glutes to push up toward your hands. So we're using the butt muscles, the glutes, to extend the hip up here so that we aren't arching a lot in the lower back. Holding this bridge, let's go ahead and take your right arm, reach it up toward the ceiling, make a fist, and take your left hand under your armpit and towards your back. So it's almost like we're moving toward this right shoulder blade here. Now punch your right hand up toward the ceiling, and with the left hand, you've got that right shoulder blade, and it's like you're pulling it out away from the spine. So this is called protraction of the shoulder blades, and it's when they move away from the spine. Retraction is pulling the shoulder blades in toward the spine. Now let that right arm come back. Punch that right arm up all the way from the shoulder blade. With the left hand, we're just kind of helping to slide that shoulder blade out to the side. And come back down. Let's do that a couple more times. And if your left hand does not reach all the way around you, or that doesn't feel good on your shoulders, don't worry about it. You can just really think about punching that right arm up from that shoulder blade on your back. And let's switch sides there. So left arm comes up, make a fist. Right hand can slide around like you're coming toward that left shoulder blade. Punch the left arm up, and then pull the shoulder blade away from the spine, just a little bit. You're just kind of encouraging that with the right hand. And come on down. And up. And down. Keep it going there. One more. And then let's have both arms up toward the ceiling. You can flip the palms up, the fingers are back, and grab the right fingers with the left hand. Just getting into the palm and the forearm. Switch sides. And let's let the arms come down. Lower slowly, one vertebra at a time. Now let's take the block in between your knees here. Interlace your hands behind your head. You're going to cup the skull. Take an inhale breath and exhale, lift up off the shoulder blades. Look down at your belly, hug the side waists in, and then hug everything in and then down toward the floor. Inhale to lower back down. Exhale, lift up. Keep squeezing the block, but kick your right leg forward so the knees are still in line with each other. Take your left arm, reach it forward on the diagonal with that fist, and then punch it forward, moving that left shoulder blade away from the spine. Hand behind the head, foot down. Inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. Keep the chin in there. Left leg reaches. Right arm reaches forward on the diagonal, and then reach that right arm longer, moving from that shoulder blade on your back. Nice. Foot down, hand behind the head. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Right leg, kick it forward. Left arm, bring it forward. And then reach that arm longer, so we're using the abdominals to get up more, not by cranking on the neck. Hand behind the head, foot down. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift up. Left leg will reach forward. Right arm reaches forward. Punch it a little bit further. Get up maybe a little higher. Hand behind the head. Inhale, lower. Let's do one more thing there. Exhale, lift up. Right leg reaches. Left arm reaches. Reach that arm longer and then turn just an inch to the right, staying up off that right shoulder blade. Hold belly. Come back through center. Inhale, lower. Wow. Exhale, lift up. Left leg reaches. Right arm reaches. Grow it a little bit longer. And then turn just from your center an inch to the left, staying up off the left scapula. Back through center. And release. Whew. Let's take that block off to the side there. And we'll come around into a tabletop. So hard, but it feels so good. So we're gonna come into table on your hands and your knees here. Shoulders over the wrist, hips over the knees. Bring your right hand behind your head. Now lift your face into your hand, keeping the back of the neck long. Chin is not jutting forward. Now we'll take an inhale breath. Exhale and just point that right elbow down toward the floor. Inhale, push the floor away with the left hand, and then turn the ribs to open your chest to the right. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, push the floor away and turn. Notice we are trying to turn from our center. And we're not cranking that right arm back and like looking up with the neck. Keep going there at your pace. And then this next time the right elbow is up, you can just hold it there, reach the arm, and we'll come on down, thread that right arm underneath the left, and if it feels okay for you, you could come down onto the side of your face there. Maybe bring the left fingertips overhead. Still drawing up in the belly. Keep your breath going there. If the left hand was forward, go ahead, walk it back. And we'll meet back up in tabletop. Switch sides. So left hand comes behind your head. Take an inhale breath. Exhale, let that left elbow point down. Inhale, push the floor away with the right hand. Turn the ribs to the left. Exhale it down. Push the floor away, inhale and turn. Not letting that right shoulder roll forward. Keep it going. Let's do one more. And then reach the left arm up. We'll bring it down, thread it under the right, and maybe you come down onto the left side of your face. Keep drawing up in the lower belly. Maybe the right fingers walk overhead. And breathe there. You can bring the right hand back, push into that palm to come back up into tabletop. We're going to set up for downward facing dog. So if you'd like to use your blocks, you are welcome to. Just set them up maybe on that flattest setting there. And then palms, fingers spread wide. We push down into the root of the thumb and the index finger. Now tuck your toes and push down into the hands, piking the hip creases up. Now let your head relax there. Really push the blocks or the floor away, and then hug your front body up. It's like you're lifting your ribs, lifting your hip creases up toward the ceiling. And then if you want to pedal out your feet a little bit there, just do whatever feels nice for you. And then come back into that downward facing dog. I'm going to step the right foot forward, push down into the hands, try and keep them flat. If you have trouble stepping forward, just bring your hands up higher. So you can use the blocks, you can flip them to a higher setting just until you start to get that feeling. Lower down to your left knee and untuck the left toes. So we're in this half kneeling position where this left hip is directly over the knee. Interlace your fingers in front of you. So we're going to push the knuckles forward, and as you do that, we're sending the chest back. So it's almost like you're puffing up in between your shoulder blades there. And now do the opposite of that. So as you bring the knuckles back towards you, feel a slight drawing in of your shoulder blades. It's very slight. And then do that again. So reach forward with the knuckles, kind of punch your chest back a little. And then slide the shoulder blades back in toward each other, just a little bit. Let's do two more like that. We'll bring both hands down, blocks or floor, and step the left foot up next to the right. Now step the right foot back, Lower the knee, come onto the top of the foot. And same thing again here. So interlace, fingers in front of you. Got this right hip directly over the knee in that 90-90. Reach forward and back. Feel all of this movement originating from the scapula, from the shoulder blades. So movement there is going to be really integral to movement really for the shoulders, movement for the thoracic spine. We want those scapula to be able to easily slide and glide against the rib cage. Now we'll bring the hands down, floor or blocks, and step your left foot back into downward facing dog. So this time we're going to step the left foot forward. Lower the right knee, but not the toes this time. So you can keep those right toes tucked. And then drag the right toe slightly forward. Drag that left heel back. So you feel a lot of energy kind of around your pelvis. Now bring your arms at your sides. And we're going to punch this right arm forward. Feel like you can punch all the way from that right shoulder blade and back. Left arm forward and back. So keep it going here, and you're letting your ribs turn naturally a little bit side to side, keeping this right glute on. So we're starting to isolate some movement into this thoracic spine that tends to be a little bit more restricted. Keep it going there. And then the next time the right arm is forward, hold it there. Set your right hand down on the floor, on your block. And hug this right shoulder blade down and lean back into it. And open that left arm toward the ceiling. And just let your right ear soften toward the shoulder. If you feel so inclined, maybe lift that back knee. Keeping that right glute on. One more breath there. And then we're going to turn to your right, open up for a goddess squat. So toes are turned out. I'm going to take the right palm or forearm to the right thigh, reach the left arm up and overhead. And then just let the right ear soften toward the shoulder a bit. Breathe into that left side of your waist. Come back up through center, left palm or forearm on the left thigh, right arm reaches. Let the neck relax and breathe. Come back up through center, turn around to the front, step your right foot up next to the left. I'm gonna go right into the second side here. Left foot will step back. We lower the knee, but keep the toes tucked under. Now imagine dragging the right heel back, the left toes forward without actually moving the feet. So it's just the energy of that will kind of light up around the pelvis and the core. Bring your arms next to you. And we'll punch the left arm forward from that left shoulder blade, and then the right arm. Just feel that your pelvis is not moving here, but we're rotating just a little bit in the ribs. But we're really working to move from this place of strength. Now the next time your left arm is forward, keep it there. Left hand comes down, floor or block. And then hug this left shoulder down and back. Lean into the shoulder blade on your back there as you take the right arm up. And maybe the left knee lifts. Keep that left glute active. Just relax your head and neck there. We're going to open up into goddess, turning to your left. Take the right hand down, either to the palm is down on the thigh or the forearm. Left arm can reach up there. Big breaths in this whole left side. Come back up. Left hand or forearm comes down, and right arm lifts up. And we'll lift back up, turn to the front, and let's come back into a downward facing dog. And maybe just start to swivel your feet, so your heels and your knees. Pelvis just moving side to side. Holding that support around your waistline. And we'll lower down to the knees here and just come through to a seat, whatever that looks like for you. And let's just begin to roll in your shoulders. And what I want you to think about is the movement of the shoulder blades on your back. And maybe just notice that there is a little more space and a little bit more freedom, so that we can really feel that slide and glide along the rib cage. Awesome. Let's come down onto your back here. And as we set up for Shavasana here, just find any position where you feel supported, where you feel comfortable. So if you want to have your knees bent, or you could have your legs straight. You need something behind your head or behind your knees. Just take a moment there, settle in, get comfy. And just notice the quality of your breath. Notice the space around your ribs, your lungs, your heart. Feels a little softer, a little more relaxed. begin to deepen your breath. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. And as you're ready, you can roll over to your side. Pause for a breath or two. And we'll all meet up in a comfortable seat. And just once again, notice the difference you feel around your shoulders, your upper, your middle back. And just allow yourself to move with that fluidity and that freedom. But you can move with that freedom because you are supported. You are strong. And you can allow yourself to rest in that. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you feel a little bit less stuck. And as always, if you would like to subscribe, you will get a notification anytime I post new content. So thank you for being here, and I'll see you again soon.